Sup nerds, back with another video. So, I have two proxies in this deck because I am waiting on those two cards to come in the mail. Otherwise, I think I have a working Machina deck to test. Um, Not good. Again, preface this video. These are tier 2 decks, tier 1.5 decks. They can make some pretty nutty combos, but you have to have like two or three cards in hand as opposed to Mermails where it's like, oh look, I drew Diva. I win the game. You know, like these decks, they're not one card wins. They're maybe like two or three card wins. I changed up a few things. A couple things actually. I changed up like 9 cards. Uh, so I wanted to go over that, kind of give again some ideas, talk about some stuff because hopefully I'll be able to play test even though these webcams are absolute dog shit. I'm going to try and get a play test in if I can because I mean, I got these. I don't want to return them today. Like I'm going to return them tomorrow, right? But at least like I want to try and get in some duels if I can. All right. So, woo, shitty Chinaman webcam deck profile time. Woo. Okay, so after I did the deck profile last time, I realized that I like more cards than I thought I did, and I don't like other cards. And I kind of leaned into the no traps because I needed to fit more cards in. So I was like, fuck it, you know what? Traps, goodbye, later. Honestly, I might drop Card Trooper, but he's really kind of insanely busted. Um, like if you can get a machine dupe Card Trooper off, I mean you're just on another level. But anyway, not right into the deck, but the big stuff I changed. So Infinitrack Harvester, went over him before. The reason he's broken is because you summon him, search an Infini guy. If you have a fortress in the hand, you pitch the fortress, and then now you've got access to any level 12, any level 9. It's pretty fucking good. So Infinitrack Trencher. So I was going to put in, I still have some more. I've got Infinitrack Tunnelers. I like Trencher. So Trencher lets you banish himself to special an Infinitrack from the graveyard. This guy's a Pot of Avarice. I thought it would be a kind of overkill having two Pot of Avarice guys because how many times are you going to want to shuffle 5? Maybe it might be something I bump up, but right now I like this guy. He's at 2. Yes, he's a machine dupe target, but he's level 5, so there's no reason to play 3 really. And I don't think I'd ever really want to machine dupe him. He's really nice for if you get, so you can search off of Harvester. So if you pitch him to the grave to activate like a machine or redeployment or something is pretty good. Obviously you can just pitch him for Fortress. So the next, here's where the proxies, two proxies come in. So next cards I added were 3 Bullet Train, 3 Express Knight. So Express Knight can normal summon himself as a 0/0, which is kind of fucking broken because he's a dupe target. He's also nice because level 10, I mean, kind of insane. Bullet Train. Oh, and he's 3,000 attack. Same thing. Bullet Train 3,000. He lets you search for other 10 stars. Lets you add machine guys, special summoning, all around. I mean, there's a reason that this card. I picked up this one for like $8, right? And now he's at over 15. Pretty good card, especially with this Orcust shit coming out. I know that this deck is probably should be an Orcust deck, but I like it as what it is now. And then 3 card trooper, 3 deskbot. This stuff hasn't changed. 3 fortress, 3 citadel, 3 megaform hasn't changed. Honestly, what this deck might come to, it might come to just dropping these 5 cards and just playing just the fortress because he's really the only thing you need. And we'll see, you know, how this deck play tests, but that's definitely something I've thought about. Just dropping the 3 deployments. Because really, Fortress is just insane. I mean, Fortress is just an insane splashable card in any machine deck. So, I mean, All right, so that's it for monsters. For spells, it's pretty much the same, half the same spell lineup. Redeployment basically just gets you Fortress. Citadel, it gets you Fortress and Citadel It's Fortress in Mega Form. You know, that's it. But it dumps a card, and Fortress is really really good. Three machine dupes because gotta play his cards broken. Three urgent schedules. Man, if you going second in this deck is fucking it feels real nice, man. If you draw urgent schedule and machine dupe, you're. I mean, I know the chances of them not having anything to respond to those cards is insanely low. I know, but if you manage to get these two cards off and resolve them, Jesus Christ! I mean, it's just fucking over. Uh, Next card, which on the fence about three iron calls. Kind of on the fence about it because I'm also playing three urgent schedules, which is literally another iron call, but for guys with 3,000 attack. And then, of course, playing the Reborn because I know you're not always going to draw um, Card Trooper, right? And you're not always going to machine dupe, and it's not like you're always going to have a stacked grave. But I wanted to maximize as much as I could. So urgent schedule can search monsters, so you can always bluff set it to get a machine. So it's got a second ability, which is kind of nice. Iron Call, if anything, I could see this being dropped down, but I like it a lot because you can use multiple per turn, which is really great. Especially if you want to just, Iron Call, for example, Card Trooper, just to mill, and then you get to draw in the end. Urgent schedule is pretty broken. Honestly, if it turns out this deck is halfway decent, if it turns out this deck has some potential, what might happen, honestly, is just dropping of these cards. Yeah. The dropping of these cards and maybe add in like if I was gonna it turns out this deck was actually like really possibly like tier 1 possible, right? Probably drop these for 3 Dark Ruler No Mores because that card is just insane, and if this is a turn 2 deck for the most part. Maybe these would be like a hand trap of some kind, maybe an actual trap, and then these 3 would be Ash Blossoms or honestly probably token collectors. Or maybe this would be 2 token collectors and then 3 like Judgment or something. Just like some silly cards. I like Imperial Order in this deck. I like Skill Drain a lot in this deck because a lot of the guys activate in the graveyard or don't really need their effects so much. So I like this a lot. We'll see what happens. The reason I added the Knight guys, Knight Express Knights, and a couple other things. So basically the ideal combo, and not ideal, but like one of the reasons I like this deck so much and one of the reasons I made it is because do I have Divine King in here? Do I have Divine? I swore he was in this pile. Really? Huh. All right, well, wherever my Divine King is. Oh, just kidding. I'm a dum-dum. Big dumb. Big dum-dum. Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Let's put these bad boys on the table. All right, so I really like this tiny little guy right here because basically what you can do is you can summon your Harvester, who's going to add either one of these guys to your hand, whoever, right? Then you pitch these guys and these guys to summon Fortress. Now, Harvester's effect lets you make both of these guys' levels, the combined levels. So you can turn this into a 9-star if you wanted to. So good 9 stars I've got over here. Zombie Cat I really like. This Big Machine Fortress I really like. And then obviously Divine King, broken as fuck 9-star. And then if you have the other guys, if you have these big boys, where is he? Night King. My Night Guy. Where's my Night Guy? And so now if you have a Night Guy on board and you do the Night Guy thing, right? So now you can make stuff like this guy. Number 77 Sins. This fucking stupid card, dude. This thing was like $4. I was like, what the fuck is this card? Like, I'm looking on Dueling Book, and I'm like, okay, what generic 12s can I make, right? Listen to this fucking guy's effect. You can also XYZ summon this card by using a rank 10 or 11 dark XYZ monster you control as an XYZ material. XYZ materials become XYZ monsters on this card. If summoned this way, the following effect cannot be activated this turn. But you can activate it if you do it normally, which again, you can, right? So, once per turn, detach 2 XYZ materials from this card. Banish as many special summon monsters your opponent controls as possible. Then attach one of those banished monsters to this card as an XYZ material. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can detach 1 XYZ material instead. 4,000 attack, 3,000 defense. Hilarious! I mean, how is this card not fucking hilarious? Can you imagine Dark Rulering someone, their whole board, and then you fucking drop a 4,000 beater that can't be destroyed by battle or card effects after banishing their whole board? Fucking hilarious. Beyond fucking hilarious. And I just want this fucking deck to pop off. I want this deck to be so good. I really hope it is. I mean, it can use so many stupid cards. Let me just read this stupid fucking 9 lives cat card. So, your opponent cannot target other monsters you control that were special summoned from the graveyard with card effects. Okay. You can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 level 9 monster in your graveyard, 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it. So not only can it steal your opponent's fucking cards from the graveyard, but also any of these fucking reborn cards, all of these well, this guy's not reborn from the graveyard. But all of these stupid reborn cards, now, you can't fucking target any of them. Like, okay. Like, I mean, this deck has potential. I really think it has potential. Now it's just a matter of playtesting the extra deck, playtesting the main deck. If it turns out this deck actually has potential, definitely going to do, like I said, switch out those cards for Dark Rulers, drop the Machina stuff. But right now, I like it a lot. And definitely going to be playtesting around. Thank you for dealing with this shitty camera quality. This camera is being returned. Both of these cameras, because I fucking got 2 of them. Jesus. Jesus, Luke. Come on. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. More stuff to come.